The course we teach is called Values-Centered Innovation. And innovation to us is not the same as creativity. Creativity is coming up with novel ideas, but innovation is putting those ideas to work. It's from the start to finish of setting a goal, finding an innovative solution to meet that goal, and actually then celebrating your results and what you've learned and what you've achieved. But the values-centered portion, we're talking about human values, those values of good character and positive qualities found in cultures throughout the whole world. And how do we innovate from that basis to guide and to inform and give us the substance from which to innovate, and to find ways to create innovations that aren't just more stuff in the world, but is innovations that actually serve people, serve society, sustain the planet, meet our true needs as consumers, and that foster well-being for us both in health, education, financial well-being, you name it. And we're looking for how do people gain the capacity to do that kind of innovative work.
One of the key things about our teaching, or the key messages that we have to people, is that every person has the potential to be innovative. Right now, in the corporate innovation field, innovation is like a mainframe. Only specialists, only experts can be innovative. So it's really confined much more to that. Even if you want to be innovative, you have to bring in a consultant to do that. And what William has taught for 25 years is that we all have the ability to be creative and to be innovative. And so we feel like what we're doing with value-centered innovation is we're taking the field of corporate innovation from a mainframe to a PC and putting the power of innovation into the hands of every person. And importantly to us, as William said, we want that power to come from the basis of human values. We consider the human values to be our higher human capacity. So what we are striving to help enable, this is our program is about innovation enablement, and what we're trying to do is help enable every person to innovate to their highest human capacity.
There's actually an art and a discipline to innovation. I mean, the art is how do you bring people together and really attune as well as align with each other to be innovative. But the discipline is, it's like the discipline of a dancer or a musician, that you have to practice. And as you practice more and more, you gain freedom. It's that paradox that the discipline of innovation and the innovation processes give you the freedom to exercise and express who you are and who you are as a group, a company, an organization, in ways that otherwise you wouldn't have the capability to do.
In our course, we teach 5 different modules. The first module is what we call the basics of value-centered innovation, and that's actually where we create a common language and understanding about innovation. Again, that's something that's very missing in the field of innovation, is a common understanding for people to have, common language for people to use so that we can communicate not only cross-culturally but within organizations. The second one is human values. We do a focus on human values. The third one is the innovation process. The fourth is innovative thinking. How do we stimulate our innovative thinking? And the fifth is wisdom learning. Learning and innovating are 2 sides of the same coin. We have to learn in order to innovate. We also have 4 competencies. The first competency is learning about ourselves, self-awareness. So each one of the modules has a self-assessment so that people can learn more about themselves. The second competency is to learn about others. If I understand myself, now I also need to understand others. So we learn about how others also see themselves. The third competency is learning concepts. So learning the basic concepts of what it means to innovate from a human values basis. And the fourth competency is actually applying it. So we do a lot of exercises to apply our work in actual real-life situations.
Mm-hmm. You know, we first heard about soil from Anil Sachdev when we were together at a conference and all speaking on the same panel. And he inspired us to want to get to know soil more. So we visited here about 9 months ago for the first time. We were here a week before the building opened. And as we've come back this time, we are so amazed at the optimum environment that he's created, and the people who have staffed here so live the message that it gives us a great joy. And what we have found is that here we've come into this particular group 7 months through their studies, And the uptake, the imbibing of what we have to offer and what they can offer also back to us to learn is so rich. It's a very fast learning environment without being fast-paced in its own right.
When I first walked into the Soil building, when we first came and walked into the Soil building, the building has such a beautiful expression of this learning environment. It's not only beautiful, but it really, everything in the building is designed to inspire and empower the kind of value-centered learning that Soil is all about. And even just the different signs and the different messages that are all over the building, the pillars that they stand on are everywhere. They've really designed it in such a top professional way. I found myself actually thinking, if I were going to do a one-day course, this is the kind of environment that I would want to come and be in.